Okay, in this video I am going to show you a bunch of different ways that you can save in R. Let's say that you have run a bunch of code in R and now you want to save. You might want to save all the output that you have generated. You might want to save the code that you used to generate that output. Or maybe you want to save the objects that you have created when you ran that code. Each of those can be done in R, and I'll show you how in this video. So all of the ways that you can save in R are listed under the File menu at the top of your screen. They are Save Workspace, Save History, and Save to File. And I'm going to show you what each of these three types of saves do. Let's start at the bottom. When you choose Save to File, what R is doing is that it will save all of the commands that you have run in R, shown here in red, and it will save all the output that has been generated, shown here in blue. So if we go find that file that I saved and open it, and it can be viewed using just your standard Notepad program, you can see that the text file contains all the code I have run, indicated by the little greater than signs, and all the output as well. So let's go back to R. If I choose Save History, then what we are saving is only the code that you ran, but none of the output that was generated. So if we go find the Save History file that I created, you can see that it is just the code that I ran in R. Now this is a really easy way to create scripts. You basically run all of your code in the command line interpreter, and then you can save all those commands in a script file. Now if you do that, you will have to go in and clean up the mistakes you made. And again, as I mentioned in a previous video, I highly encourage you to add comments to the code so that when you go back later and look at this code, you know exactly what it does. But you can open this code in R. In fact, I will show you that now, and run it at a later time. So if we choose File, Open Script, I'm going to go find it. Choose All Files, Save History. Here is my script, and I can run this script quite easily. I can either select lines of code that I want to run, and then hit this Run Line or Selection button. Alternatively, I can run individual lines of code by repeatedly hitting the Run Line or Selection button. Or finally, I can hit Control A to select all the code, and then I could run all of it. Now the third way that we can save in R is to save the workspace. Now if you save the workspace, what you are saving is the objects that exist within R. It doesn't save any of the code, it doesn't save any of the output text that is generated. It only saves those objects. And so I can't open the file to show you what's in it because it can only be read by the R program. But I can open those objects. If I were to close down R and reopen it. And load a workspace. Uh-oh. There it is. Forgot to save the extension. I've loaded the workspace. Now, if I look and see which objects I have all the objects. I have the carbon object that I've created, the datum object, the X, Y, the year. So I can manipulate those objects. So saving the workspace allows you to save all the objects that you've created, including the results of various analyses that you could run. So those are the three types of saves that you can do in R. Saving the workspace, which is saving the objects you've generated. Save the history, which is saving all the command lines that you have run. And save to file, which saves all of the text that is generated in the command line window, both the commands that you have written and the output that is generated. Okay, that's it.